Two women attacked on the T trying to stop a beating. The attackers got away, but not before getting caught on tape.
Letters offering a lifeline to struggling families. The red flags of a scam costing people hundreds of dollars.
From 50s today to 20s on Thursday, plus rain and snow in between. We'll take you on a wild ride in the forecast.
And adopted from Ethiopia, a sick boy looks home for help. How his prayers were answered and the hurdles that stand in the way of saving his life.
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News at 6 starts right now.
Now at 6, a brutal beating on an MBTA train. Police are hoping this video will help them find the attackers. Police say 2 of the victims are women who jumped in to help. I'm Lisa Hughes.
And I'm Jack Williams. That attack happened Sunday night on a train at the Broadway station. Paul Burton joins us live at that station in South Boston. Paul.
And Jack, Lisa, the 2 women who were beaten in that video did not know any of the people involved. They just stepped in to try and help the man that was getting attacked. That's when all 3 of them were viciously beaten. Punched, kicked, and stomped. 3 people, 2 of them women, viciously beaten on an MBTA Red Line train.
The injuries are bruises and contusions to the head and body of the victims. It was punching and kicking.
MBTA police say on Sunday a fight broke out on the train at Broadway Station in South Boston. Now police are showing the video around in hopes someone can identify the attacker.
It's pretty bad, but that's terrible that it happened on the train, but I wouldn't expect nothing less.
There was some words exchanged between the male victim and an individual. It escalated where the group became aggressive towards the male. They assaulted him, punching and kicking him. The 2 females tried to intervene when they saw the victim being kicked in the head.
Police say that's when the 2 women were also beaten by the suspects. Police say none of the victims knew each other.
We know they exited here at Broadway Station. Know whether they're from this area or from another area, we don't know. But we think for our investigation, the pictures that we have are quite clear from our surveillance video here at the station. And we know that people know who these individuals are.
Police are looking for these 2 females. Notice one of them is carrying a flowered pocketbook, along with these 3 men. One of them is wearing a royal blue hooded sweatshirt. Police commend the person who shot this on their cell phone.
Someone on the train took that video, and that's gonna lead us to the suspects.
You can't do nothing on a train without getting caught, so they'll get caught.
And police say they hope the suspects see that video and turn themselves in. Anyone with information in regards to the attack is asked to contact MBTA police or Boston police. We're live in South Boston. Paul Burton, WBZ News. Jack, back to you.
Thank you, Paul. New information on yesterday's Green Line accident that injured 10 people. The T hasn't found any problems with the signal system, the track, or the train, so it's now focusing on the driver. And we've learned his name is Sidley Gardner, and we've just obtained his driving record. It includes 20 moving violations going back to 1994. He's been cited for speeding 7 times and failure to stop 5 times. By the way, the MBTA did not start checking driving records before hiring operators until 2009. Gardner was hired in 2008.
To the weather now, and we got a beautiful taste of spring today. Sweet but fleeting. Our chief meteorologist, Eric Fisher, is tracking our next storm. Eric?
That's what makes them better, right? If every day was just beautiful outside, you'd get bored. When it was great out, maybe you wouldn't notice. But today, 60 degrees just in. The Weather Service confirms we had 60. It's the first time in Boston since November 27th. Yeah, the day before Thanksgiving. It's been a while. And now we have winter storm warnings out across much of northern New England. Winter weather advisories for southern New Hampshire and Franklin County across western Mass. We're watching 2 pieces of energy that will come together, create pretty significant storm as we head into the day tomorrow. Planning out our local weather, though. We've got showers around tomorrow morning, just a couple. Much wetter for the evening commute tomorrow. The worst drive by far, overnight and into Thursday morning. This is where we see a flash freeze, snow start to change over, and staying very cold on Thursday. In terms of snow totals, not huge around here. The chance for 3 to 6 right near the New Hampshire border and into southern New Hampshire. We'll time this out, talk about some of the details just to our north coming up. Jack?
Okay, Eric, thank you. Now at 6 o'clock, a man accused of sexually assaulting a woman is under arrest, but is this really the right guy? It's an extraordinary story. The victim told police she saw the man who attacked her a month ago right on the street in the North End. But as Christina Hager shows us, the judge seems skeptical.
If this is a case of mistaken identity, it could be one big nightmare. 1 minute, he was hanging out here in the North End playing basketball near his home. The next minute, Ross Courier was being hauled away by police, a 26-year-old accountant accused of attacking a woman. In court, he hid behind a door as the prosecutor explained how the victim spotted him more than 3 weeks after the attack.
So that she was 90 to 95% positive that that's the subject who had assaulted her. She became visibly upset and had trouble speaking and shaking and told police, quote, "That's him."
She said Courier was the man seen in this surveillance video police released after she told them the man followed her into the doorway of her home, groped her, then took a picture under her skirt.
He indicated that at home with his fiancée during the time when this attack was alleged to have occurred.
At the end of this case, he will be exonerated. They have the wrong person. And when the evidence is presented, I think that'll be very clear.
Courier is actually the second man this victim has identified as her attacker. The first was in jail at the time of the attack, and so that was a case of mistaken identity. And in this case, the judge is very skeptical. He ordered more video evidence immediately. Courier has to wear a GPS anklet at least until he's due back in court later this month. In Boston, Christina Hager, WBZ News.
There are new developments tonight in the search for that missing Malaysian Airlines plane. Investigators have been looking in the wrong place. Now, they thought the plane disappeared somewhere between Vietnam and Malaysia. They now believe that, in fact, it actually went off radar here in what's known as the Malacca Strait, hundreds of miles away. The military's radar shows the plane was flying very low before it vanished. Now, at 6:30 tonight on the CBS Evening News, the two men who were on the plane with stolen passports and what investigators have learned about their true identities. Jack?
Well, Lisa, the top prosecutor in New Hampshire's Rockingham County is being accused of sexual harassment. Jim Reams has been off the job for the last 5 months. The Attorney General's office says Reams has been sexually harassing women in his office since he was elected back in 1999. The AG's office says he also discriminated against women who got pregnant and encouraged them not to have any children. Reams also is accused of misusing office funds. Well, the Attorney General's office wants to remove him permanently. Reams, by the way, has decided to defend himself.
There's a new warning going out to taxpayers and homeowners tonight. Beware of scammers. As Chief Correspondent Joe Shortsleeve tells us, thieves are using public records to try to con you out of your money.
I think it's absolutely atrocious. Okay, it's despicable.
William Philbrook is a Worcester accountant. He's talking about a scam involving tax liens, which one of his clients fell victim to. Recently, people who owe liens have been getting official-looking letters like these, suggesting they can quietly pay them back for a fraction of what they owe.
And it's like the answer to their prayers, and they'll send the money off before they'll ask anybody, hey, is this really true? And then usually when they do ask, it's too late.
Liens based on someone's property are a matter of public record. Anybody can go in and look it up. The information's even available online. That's where these bogus collection companies get the information. The only problem is they've never been hired to collect the debt. These collection notices obtained by WBZ appear legitimate with all the correct legal information. This scam company is offering to settle a real $10,937 lien for just $536. Another tax debt of $2,032 will be forgiven for just $795. And in both cases, the homeowner is given a short deadline by the scammer.
Well, it's necessary to kind of raise the red flag to warn consumers.
Secretary of Consumer Affairs Barbara Anthony says her office sees a spike in these types of scams every tax season.
People do fall prey. People do lose money. Their liens do not go away. They still owe the state or local tax authorities the money that they've always owed them.
Anthony says her office, along with the Department of Revenue, will be posting a new consumer warning this week. Joe Shortsleeve, WBZ News.
Coming up on WBZ News tonight, a dangerous combination. A snowmobiler runs into trouble on this warm day. Also ahead.
Frantic calls for help on the ice. Teammates describe the terrifying moments when a former Boston Bruin collapsed with a heart problem.
A 12-year-old boy adopted from Ethiopia suddenly facing a dangerous disease. The plea for help that went across the globe. and who is stepping up to try to save his life.
And our weather around here all over the place the next few days. We've got rain, snow, bitter cold, and another warm-up. We'll have all the details straight ahead.
He loves skiing and skateboarding, so young Tom Sims combined them, creating a whole new way down the mountain. Uncompromising creativity. It's also how Mazda made a crossover that combines nimble handling with outstanding fuel efficiency. This is the Mazda CX-5. What do you drive? Now, get the 2014 Mazda CX-5 with SkyActiv technology for 0.9% APR for 60 months.
If I could jump backwards straight to the dance floor, you'll still be waiting for me, will you still be my friend? I don't wanna bug you out with crazy, crazy ideas, for I know this ain't a good place for us to talk. You better get your mood on. You gotta
Buy more, save more. Don't miss Lord & Taylor's biggest shoe sale of the season.
Seasons change, and so do styles. What never changes is the untouchable value at My Bob's Discount Furniture. The Venus is my best-selling sectional. All 4 pieces, only $9.99.
Available in left or right-facing chains.
In your choice of Dune or Java, still only $9.99.
Special order colors only $39.99 more.
Delivered in 21 days or less. Thanks to you, My Bob's is 50 stores strong and growing stronger every day.
Because I'm always on the go. I'm a AAA member, but these days I do more than drive. I cruise with AAA. Caribbean cruises, Alaska, Europe, and thanks to AAA, I cruise in style when I shop at my favorite stores, even online. AAA saves me hundreds on everything for the trip, including prescription refills before we leave. The best part about my AAA membership, I enjoy the peace of mind and the savings.
Call 1-800-JOIN-AAA or join at AAA.com. Membership for life.
March into winning at Foxwoods Resort Casino on March 23rd. We're giving away a Jeep Sahara with a Sea-Doo jet ski and trailer. And 4 lucky winners each receive $1,000 bonus slot play. All guaranteed. Catch winning entertainment with stars like Jay Moore, Don Omar, and Miley Cyrus. And our St. Patrick's Day food and drink specials. You won't want to miss Wine and Design with Drunken Palate. Friday, March 14th, 21st, and 28th at our new lounge, The Fox. Meet up with friends and enjoy a cocktail and live DJ every Saturday night at Foxwoods Resort Casino.
There's no shortcut to success. You have to climb. And with available trail-rated 4x4 capability, an available Uconnect Media Center, an incredible fuel economy, the sky's the limit. Go anywhere, in any weather. Get a low-mileage lease on the 2014 Compass Latitude or Patriot Latitude for $149 a month for well-qualified lessees.
Well, a nice day almost turned deadly. A snowmobile rider is recovering tonight after he crashed right through the icy Concord River in Billerica. The unidentified rider managed to get out of the water on his own. The rider was evaluated then by EMTs. He did not go to the hospital. You can see the cracked ice where the snowmobile went through. By the way, snowmobile is still in the river.
New at 6, a 12-year-old boy in the fight of his life, now turning to a brother and sister he hasn't seen in years for help. Darreile Revis was adopted when he was 6 years old and now lives in New Hampshire. But when he was diagnosed with a dangerous form of anemia, his adoptive parents had to look to his native country of Ethiopia for help. And as New Hampshire Bureau Chief Michael Rosenfield tells us, they've got the answer they were praying for.
Until last month, Darreile Revis was perfectly healthy, a soccer standout and all-around star athlete. But then strange symptoms started.
And the nosebleeds wouldn't stop, so we brought him to the doctor, and very quickly they said he needed to be hospitalized immediately.
The 12-year-old, who was adopted 7 years ago from Ethiopia, was diagnosed with severe aplastic anemia, and he needs a bone marrow transplant.
I think I'm an intelligent person, but I'm asking doctor something like, so it's going to get cured really spontaneously? It's like, because I just didn't want to believe.
The best chance for a match? His biological siblings in Africa, with whom he'd been reunited 2 years ago. A charity swabbed the 5 brothers and sisters for DNA, and the results just came back.
And on Friday, we had them analyzed here, and we got the really good news yesterday that there were 2 matches. So this is really precious and a very difficult time for us.
A younger sister and an older brother are the bone marrow matches.
I just want to meet them again because, yeah, I kind of want to see my siblings again. I was hoping all of them would be a match, but it didn't turn out.
While Bialu remains here at school, he cannot take part in any athletics. Meantime, the race is on to bring his siblings from Africa to the U.S., and the Berries are working with New Hampshire's congressional delegation to speed up passports and visas.
I want him to get well, cured, not just well, cured. This is the best scenario.
If all goes well, the Berries hope their son will start undergoing the transplant in about a month. In Exeter, New Hampshire, Michael Rosenfield, WBZ News.
What a blessing that they are all still in touch. I mean, imagine how difficult it would have been to try to find them if they weren't.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yes.
And today was a good thing. But we've got not so good things coming.
Well, we savored this brief moment of spring, Eric, and we know it's about to change.
It's all a matter of perspective, right? Different folks, different strokes, and today, if you like the spring weather, perfect outside. Just got word from the Weather Service. We did spike to 60 in Boston for the first time since November. It's been a long time coming. 61 the high in Taunton, even Concord, Springfield, up about 50 degrees, where they're going to be shoveling out snow as we head into the day tomorrow. Wild March weather, that's par for the course. A lot of warmth over much of the south and the east. Look at all those 70s to 80s creeping away up the east coast. And around here, still looking at mainly the 50s outside. A perfect evening to go for a little stroll. We are watching 2 pieces of energy, though. One, part of the northern jet stream. A little bit of light activity near Chicago, some Gulf moisture down here. The 2 come together to have a pretty formidable storm by the time we head into tomorrow. Around here, the clouds will start to move in overnight. We will drop back into the 30s. Not that bad, considering how cold it's been the past couple of weeks. Tomorrow morning, there may be a couple of light rain showers and snow showers, especially the Route 2 corridor and into southern New Hampshire. I don't think it's going to have a major impact on the roads. Travel in general should be fine as we head into the early afternoon hours during the day. But as we head through the afternoon, the rain shower is going to increase in coverage and intensity. It's mainly rain for much of our area, so it'll just be a sloppy drive home. It's as we head through tomorrow night. The colder air starts to head back to the south. We change the rain over to some sleet pellets and some snow. And then eventually by Thursday morning, it's cold enough, teens and 20s, where this goes right down across the Cape. All the roads are really slicking up. You really can't pre-treat it because it's raining before the icy weather, and it stays very cold through Thursday. So by far, the worst driving is late Wednesday night and into Thursday. In terms of snow totals, coating to an inch for most. 1 to 3 here west of Boston toward the New Hampshire border. And again, this is all tomorrow night into Thursday. 3 to 6 as you work your way into Cheshire and Hillsborough counties. And then farther to the north, you get into the big stuff around Burlington and the White Mountain region, Northeast Kingdom, Adirondacks. Some places are going to get over 2 feet of snow from this storm. That is pretty significant any time of the year, let alone March. And in terms of what actually falls, it's mainly rain here in Green, changing over to snow on Thursday morning. It's a mix to some rainfall as you work your way over toward southern New Hampshire, and then the mainly snow area is pretty far off toward the north. So watching out for that wet drive tomorrow, the much icier stuff by Thursday morning, and then the ski areas, and of course the towns in between, up to 2 feet or perhaps even a little bit more. Really strong winds here as we head into Thursday, gusting 30 to 50 miles per hour. Will be out of the northwest. That, of course, with cold temperatures, will create some wind chill, feeling like the teens and single digits as we head into Thursday. So we're going to have to bank the weather that we saw today. And as we head toward Friday, end of the week, another weak system, but we'll be on the mild side of this, and this will be a little turn to the corner for us, a little bit of recovery to end the week. The highs near 40 after a possible record low on Friday morning. Saturday up to near 50 with rain showers. Cold returns for Sunday, back into the 30s. And for all the St. Patrick's festivities, it looks mighty cold. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We'll see if things change a little bit as we get closer. Jack, Lisa, back to you.
All right, Eric, thank you. Today was deadline day for the Patriots and the other teams.
Free agency.
There you go. Everybody's free. At least some players are anyway. 4 o'clock this afternoon it happened. NFL free agency officially began and teams could start signing players. Now we haven't seen a big splash in Foxborough just yet, but one Patriot player has said goodbye. Linebacker Brandon Spikes posted this tweet today. It's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. LOL. Thank you to the cities of New England and Patriots for an amazing run. Pow. As for wideout Julian Edelman, he wasn't able to reach a deal with the Pats today, so he's officially a free agent. The NFL Network reports the Pats offered him a 3-year deal and wanted an answer before free agency started at 4 o'clock. Well, that deadline has come and gone. And then there's cornerback Keith Talib. Reports out of Washington yesterday had Talib very close to a new deal with the Pats, but no word yet on anything happening on that front either. ESPN says the Browns and Raiders are talking to Tampa about Darreile Revis. The Bucs are reportedly ready to cut their star cornerback if they couldn't trade him by today because they don't want his $16 million salary. It would also owe the Jets a 4th-round pick instead of a 3rd-round pick if he was gone. Celtics, they bring their 2-game winning streak to Indy to face the Pacers, who are suddenly struggling. Indiana still has the best record in the East, but they've lost 4 in a row. Bruins news. Head coach Claude Julien said today forward Daniel Paille will likely miss 2 games because of a minor concussion. He was hurt in the first period of Sunday's win over the Panthers. He also missed 7 games in December because of a concussion. Meanwhile, former Bruin Rich Peverley is having a heart test today to take a closer look at what caused his cardiac event in last night's Stars Blue Jackets game. The Dallas forward collapsed on the bench in the first period. He's had a history of heart problems, but no shocker when he came to. He still has the heart of a hockey player.
First thing he asked me was how much time left in the first period.
I was able to talk to him in the back of the ambulance, and he was able to tell me where he was, and he actually wanted to get back in the game.
There's some things you just can't control. For a guy to have heart problems, with Beverly being one of the guys that I know that has the biggest heart, sometimes bad things happen to good people.
He's doing good. He is doing good. He's stable. He's in good spirits. The guy said that a few guys have interacted, so he's got a sense of humor back.
Red Sox and their good buddies are all in split squad action in Fort Myers today. John Lackey making his first start of the spring. He went 2 2/3 innings, giving up 4 hits with no walks and 2 strikeouts. Mike Harp hit a solo shot, but the Sox lost to Miami 5-4. More Sox action, taking on the Orioles in Sarasota, playing the long ball. Brock Holt, Ryan LaVarway, and Will Nervous all went deep today. Sox won there by a score of 6-5. And thank God that Rich Peverley is doing
That was so scary last
it.
night.
It really was.
Well, we hope he'll be back and very soon.
Hearts and prayers with.
Thanks, Steve.
Well, the CBS Evening News is coming up next at 6:30.
Scott Pelley once again joins us live from New York City. Scott?
Jack, Lisa, great to be with you in Boston. We have known for some time that 2 of the passengers on the missing Malaysia Airlines flight had stolen passports. Well, today we have pictures of both men. We have discovered who they are, and our Bob Orr will tell us whether there is any link to terrorism suspected among these men. We will have that story and the rest of the world news for you coming up on the CBS Evening News in about 10 minutes.
Thank you, Scott. And still to come, tracking a great white shark that's crossing the Atlantic. Yep, the one that's stunning scientists with her trip overseas.
Wednesday, three tribes, brawn versus brains versus beauty, battling for survival.
To your right, to your right. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark.
How far will one tribe go
I want to throw a challenge.
to eliminate
We can easily throw this. Let's get a minute.
a threat?
I've never thrown anything, but I could do it.
It's time.
Hey, there's pound on it.
You mess with me, I'll mess with you way worse.
New Survivor, CBS Wednesday, 8/7 Central.
It's award season. These are awards, and this is the award-winning Chrysler 200. Now, awards can take you places. Ditto for the car. The awards help you live life in the fast lane. So does the car. By the way, the 200 is a top safety pick, unlike awards, which are no career safety net. The Chrysler 200, now at the Chrysler award season event.
Get a low-mileage lease on 200 limited sedan for $109 a month for well-qualified lessees or $6,000 total cash allowance.
I'm Teddy Bruschi. Tackling a professional football player is not easy, but tackling the high cost of healthcare, now that's easy. Just go where I go, Shields MRI. The Shields family gives you a quality MRI at a sensible price. In fact, they could save you up to $1,000 or more. So get out there and take on those high medical costs. It's easier than taking on a really big fullback. Trust me. Why ever pay for an MRI? Choose to go where I go, Shields MRI.
Life is full of surprises, some good, some not so good. Don't get caught by surprise. Ask an independent agent about safety insurance enhanced coverage for auto, home, and business. Safety insurance will help you manage life's storms.
Businesses come in all sizes, and so do their financial needs. At Commerce Bank,
we've helped hundreds of businesses, large and small, achieve their goals with innovative products, billion-dollar lending power, and experts who understand your business and your marketplace. Whether you need $200,000 or $20 million, call or visit us at bankatcommerce.com. Commerce Bank. Ask what we can do for you.
At Bernie & Phil's Furniture, we deliver living room furniture with a little more, like long-lasting leather in a wide variety of styles. Purchase $9.99 or more this week and get 20% off toward a future purchase, an instant $100 Bernie & Phil's gift card, and free financing.
Get ready. Wherever spring finds you, a Subaru with symmetrical all-wheel drive can help you enjoy it. Get ready for spring in a brand new Subaru Outback, awarded Top Safety Pick Plus by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Drive home a brand new Subaru Outback, well equipped for only $23,795. Plus, get 0% financing for up to 36 months. Get a great deal and go love spring.
Tragedy today when two people were killed in a head-on crash in Middleborough this afternoon. The accident happened on Route 44 just outside the Holiday Inn Express. Nobody else was hurt, and the cause remains a mystery. A scare for students and staff in an East Boston neighborhood. A pressure cooker was left right on Lexington Street near the O'Donnell Elementary School. Well, it turned out it was empty, but the bomb squad couldn't be sure it was safe, so they detonated it. Remember, it was pressure cooker bombs that went off at the marathon. Police do not know who put it on the street or why.
A great white shark tagged by the research team that's done a lot of work off Cape Cod is about to make history. Take a look at this. This website tracks the movements of a shark named Lydia. And you can see Lydia is on her way across the pond toward the UK. Scientists have never seen a shark travel across the ocean. We've profiled the research team a couple of times, and their work is fascinating. They actually pull these great white sharks out of the ocean to tag them ever so quickly. Lydia was tagged off Florida last year.
Coming up in just a moment, boy, do we have some changes in the weather coming. You won't want to miss it.
Closed captioning is brought to you by the Harlem Globetrotters, playing at TD Garden on Saturday, March 29th and Sunday, March 30th. Purchase tickets at the box office or online at Ticketmaster.com.
We bought our MDX because we needed something big enough for all our adventures, yet stylish and sophisticated enough for our urban lifestyle. The MDX delivered on both. Not to mention great cargo space, third-row seat, and a touchscreen with text messaging. The MDX was perfect.
During the Black Tag sales event, upgrade to the all-new MDX with low lease payments or special 0.9% APR financing with a portion of the proceeds helping to support Boston Children's Hospital. Learn more online at neaccuradealers.com.
Nova Scotia. Discover what it's like to truly let yourself go. To travel on a whim across thousands of miles of unspoiled seacoast, lined with beaches waiting to be explored. Dive into some of the warmest ocean waters north of the Carolinas. Encounter friendly seaside towns full of life, but free from all the crowds. Spend afternoons savoring vineyards so beautiful they make other wine regions blush. Chart a course through sparkling waters and meet an ocean full of friends waiting to say hello. Then come alive with the night and find a rhythm that's happy to play as late as you are. Discover a vacation experience where the only thing you'll want more of is time. Freedom is a place, and it's here, Nova Scotia. Take yourself there.
Let me tell you a secret about the mattress business. You can put a fabric on any mattress and make it look beautiful. You'll never really know what's inside, and you won't know what you're paying for. It might even feel good at first, but it won't last. A good mattress is really about what you can't see. That's why at Jordan's and nowhere else, we'll not only tell you, we'll show you what's inside every mattress we carry, so you can touch it and feel it. It's important to us, and it should be important to you. At Jordan's, there are no secrets.
If you jump backwards straight to the dance floor, you'll still be waiting for me. Will you still be my friend? I don't wanna bug you out with crazy, crazy ideas. For I know this ain't a good place for us to talk. You better get your move on. You better move on.
the Toyota #1 for everyone national sales event. Toyota is #1 in what matters most to everyone, value. Now we're making you #1 with nationwide savings. Get a lowest ever $178 a month lease on an all-wheel drive RAV4 with no cost maintenance included. Or get a #1 deal on an all-wheel drive RAV4 with 1.9 for $60. #1 for everyone ends March 31st. Toyota. Let's go places.
That's all I got to say. Look at this beautiful evening. Temperatures are warm, but we've got gale force winds and rain and snow.
Winter is just not giving up. Although the really...
Your jackets to talk about the nice stuff, then I gotta give all the bad news.
Well, at least the gray snow will be covered with a little more white, right?
Well, and not a lot of snow from this particular storm for us here around the Boston area. This is all tomorrow night and into early Thursday morning before things wrap up. So some snow on the back edge. It's gonna create some really nasty travel because of the falling temps. But the big snow is up north. 2 feet, some spots could see up to 30 inches of snow. And then look at our temps. We are up and down and all over. That is a classic March forecast.
We vote for up.
You want the warmer day?
Yes, please.
Saturday and today, not so bad.
And howling winds coming, huh?
Up to 50, maybe a little bit more than 50 miles per hour on Thursday.
Nice. Hey, that does it for us. Busy night ahead, though. Join us at 11. We'll